Welcome to Solo Shot First, and today we're going to be having a look at the figure of Darth Maul from Mandalore from Star Wars The Clone Wars. This is a really nice looking card back. This is actually, my card back here is a little bit dusty, just where it's been sitting around. But it's a nice image of Maul from Mandalore, obviously from the Clone Wars series. And the figure inside the bubble, certainly from here, looks very, very impressive. So a very, very nice card back. Again, you've got the Kennel logo in the bottom right-hand corner, the 4+ age group in the top left, and the warning on the right. So let's have a quick look at the back of the card. Okay, so this is VC201. As we have with all of these, you've got the other figures that are available in this range. So you've got Ahsoka Tano from Mandalore, the Off-World Jawa from Arvala 7, Boba Fett, Maul himself, the ARC Trooper Echo, Princess Leia in Best Spin Escape gear, Grief Karga and the Child, and then legal information on the bottom. So not too much to report about, obviously, on the back of the card. Would much prefer the sort of the old style, really, when they gave you a little bit more of a description of the character, but I suppose it is what it is, and that's what we're getting. So let's just have a quick look back at the front. So yeah, VC201, as I said, this is a nice looking card back. It is on the, as part of obviously the ones of the slightly older line, I suppose, really. This is on the thin cardstock. But it's still a nice looking card, and if you put that into an acrylic case or a star case, or a DC deflector case, I'm sure it would look very, very good. So I like that card back, and the figure does look very impressive. So let's get him out of the box and have a look. Okay, so here we have the figure out of the packaging. I got him leaning slightly there a little bit, which obviously doesn't obviously look that great, but and I did have a bit of a particular problem, which is quite standard with a lot of these modern ones, where the peg holes are really, really tiny. So I struggled to get him on that stand. However, the figure itself looks absolutely stunning. I mean, it really is stunning. I mean, this one, when I got it out of the packaging, the joints and things are really, really stiff on this, which I suppose is necessarily no bad thing. But in terms of the actual look of the figure, it really does look like Maul from the Clone Wars, obviously from Mandalore. So you've got his sort of robotic legs. The back there, the actual colouring of the figure is very, very nicely done, nicely detailed. So obviously with the sort of the silver for the mechanical feet up to the knees. You've got some nice detailing in terms of the full look on the back there. Just a really stunning looking figure. The pauldron, the sort of garments, I suppose, look really, really nice. And again, these are, you know, there doesn't have to be any sort of soft goods cape or anything with this, because that's not how you saw this figure. So yeah, it's actually a very, very striking looking figure. So let's just have a look at the articulation in a little bit more detail. Okay, so in terms of the articulation, again, this is obviously part of this modern vintage line. It's fully articulated. You've got articulation at the head with a swivel and a slight ball joint in there, so it does move up and down ever so slightly. You've got articulation at the shoulders, at the elbows, and I don't know if you can see there on his left-hand side. He does have articulation, obviously, at the wrists and with a hinge in there. Articulation at the waist. Obviously, again, you've got those legs that swivel, so you can maneuver the legs to get them into your poses. Articulation at the knees and articulation at the ankles. I'm not sure, mine didn't necessarily, when I was sort of playing around with it a little bit, it didn't necessarily appear to have the sort of full rocker ankles. But there was obviously a little bit of movement there. But again, if anybody wants to comment on that and let me know, mine just might be incredibly stiff. So, but a stunning, stunning looking figure from back to front, really. Really, really nice. And if you do like Maul, and what's not to like about having a nice villain? I mean, he's a mean looking villain. I think everybody can probably agree on that. So a nice figure. In terms of what you actually get, accessories with this figure, It literally comes with the lightsabers, or I suppose the split lightsaber, so you can put them together. Some nice detailing there, nice little black, nice silver. And the other one that comes with it is, I don't recall this in the film. I'll have to go and actually have a look. I don't know if you can see that focuses. That looks really nice, that hilt, but it's a slightly darker grey. So when you put them together, don't know, maybe somebody can tell me, is that screen accurate or not? But nice accessories, and he doesn't really need anything else other than that, you know. More that is what he comes with. So let's get this figure in a nice pose and put a little bit of backdrop of the Mandalorian throne room in to finish off. Okay, so just to finish off, we've got him in some sort of pose, not a particularly good one, but at least it's him sort of holding that dual lightsaber. And behind there, what I've actually got is just a backdrop to the Mandalore throne room, which I picked up from Cardboard Galaxy in the US. And again, this is just a simple piece of, obviously sort of just a carded piece, but it does look nice. Again, just as a backdrop, if you do want to have that sort of throne room of Mandalore, a nice place to display, you know, some figures obviously from there. So when we will be getting in future these, you know, additional sort of Mandalorian troopers, again, I suppose you could put those in this sort of throne room and make it look really, really nice. But in terms of the actual figure, I think it's a nice figure. There's not too much wrong with this. The only thing that I would say, I've had a little bit of problem with the sort of the hinges in the legs at the top there, in terms of being able to get them in a position where it actually looks right, and they're not moving particularly brilliantly. But I mean, it's a minor gripe. It might just be because they're very, very stiff still, but really, you know, I like this figure, but I like a good baddie. So yeah, it's a nice addition, certainly a welcome addition. So look, if you do happen to enjoy this video, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, there'll be more videos coming shortly. And if you've got any questions or comments, please do comment and leave them. And also, as I said, answer any of the sort of issues I sometimes sort of throw up. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Bye.